So we got to have a serious conversation about Real Madrid. We got to have a serious conversation about Mbappito, my boy Mbappe. We got to have a serious conversation just in general about football. Real Madrid gets a 1-0 win today, but Mbappe gets sent off in like the 30-something minute. And I'm going to be honest with you. I didn't see when he got sent off because I was sleeping. Your boy woke up, and then I watched like the second half. But I went back and rewatched the first half now. So I was able to see the stinker that Mbappe had. But the truth is Mbappe's been having a stinker for a long time. He just has great performances in the middle. Now, I love Mbappe. I want to clarify this. I freaking love Mbappe. He's one of my favorite players in world football, and I don't fully blame Mbappe. Now, there's something we must talk about. The clip that's gone, it's probably the clip in my entire, I've been doing content for like 15 years now. I started in like 2010 doing FIFA content. I still do FIFA content. Always been obviously a football fanatic. If you watch my FIFA streams, I always talk about football. And we started doing this football thing. But probably the clip that's ever gone the most viral for me is the "If Mbappe lands Madrid." This clip is so viral. For example, yesterday when I went to go eat at one of my favorite places that I go eat a lot, when I pull up, the homie's there, and he's the guy's so awesome. He watches all the videos and stuff. And he's like, "I gotta ask you about the 'If Mbappe lands' the clip," and I started laughing. And I was like, let me explain that clip. First of all, I love that people do edits, meme it. I think it's awesome, bro. Like that, my voice is anywhere, right? It's a blessing. But I tell him, I'm like, when I made that clip, it's the truth. And this is facts. You can look it up. When I made that clip, it wasn't last summer. It was the summer before. So when I made that clip, Luka Modric was still playing at Madrid as a starter. Toni Kroos was still the midfield boss that he was. It was a completely different Real Madrid. When I made that clip, it was 2 years ago, right? Just like there's a clip right now going viral of me laughing saying, if Real Madrid, you really think Arsenal could beat Real Madrid? And I'm laughing. This clip is from also not this last season or the season before. So people are going back to old seasons and clipping stuff. Do I think this Arsenal could have beat last year's Madrid? I don't think so. I truly don't think they could have eliminated it. Do I think Mbappe landing Real Madrid when Modric was still cooking, when Toni Kroos was still there, would have been a different? Yes, it would have been a completely different monster, an absolutely different monster. As football fans, we have gotten so accustomed to Lionel Messi, who was a winger that transitioned to the middle of the field, to Cristiano Ronaldo, who was a left winger and transitioned to the striker position. So we think that someone like Rafael Leao, for example, can go from left wing to the striker position and perform the same. We think that Mbappe, with all the talent he has, can go from the left wing position and move inside and be a striker. And we think that this is just normal because we've been blessed to watch for so long in football a player move position and do well. I'm going to hit you with something. If you would have taken Zlatan Ibrahimovic out of that 9 position and put him at the left wing, would he have been successful? Would he have been the Zlatan Ibrahimovic that we knew, that we loved, that we enjoyed? The answer is probably no. So what I'm trying to give to you is this. We all know that Mbappe is one of the most talented players in the world, but he's not as good of a 9 that he is a winger. This right now is becoming and being a bad signing for Real Madrid. If I'm being honest with you, Mbappe at the moment is becoming a bad signing at Real Madrid because they never use him in his preferred position. They're completely changing him. They are completely changing him to a position that is not his main position. They never give him anything else. And we're seeing it now. This foul, this frustration, the bad touches, you can see that this guy is adapting to a new country, adapting to a new league, adapting to a new position, adapting to a new manager, adapting to everything new. And you're really, I think, seeing it get to him. I'm not defending him in any way, shape, or form. What he did today was disgusting, and it should be a 3-game match ban. And honestly, for Madrid fans, a 3-game match ban might be better. Y'all are going to laugh at me, but if he misses Copa del Rey, I think you have a better chance against Barcelona. I'm going to explain why in a minute. For me, I think that we're looking at the situation where we're going, why aren't these superstars winning everything together? First of all, we've seen many mega teams fail. We saw PSG fail as a mega team. We saw the old Real Madrid team fail with David Beckham, R9, Zidane. We've seen that team not win everything that they thought they were going to win. We've seen mega teams flop a lot. So it's possible for this mega team to flop. The problem is this. I don't think this team is as mega as people make it out to be. I think that this team was mega a couple years ago because you had Toni Kroos, who's one of the greatest midfielders to ever play the game, up there with the Xavis, the Iniestas, the Sergio Busquets, right? You had Luka Modric playing 90 every single day, every single game. You had a younger Tony Carvajal who was consistently playing. You had a younger team that could help these young players. I mean, a veteran team that could help these players. Now you have Tchouaméni, Camavinga, Valverde, Vinicius Jr., Rodrigo, Mendy. I mean, where is your veteran presence at in the front? Where is your guy that's gonna keep calm and control this team? Where is it? Where is your leadership coming from? Where is the person? Where's your Sergio Ramos? Where is this? Who's giving this on this field right now? That's consistently starting, because I don't see it. You're gonna point to Rudiger or Courtois, someone back there, but up top, who's gonna help these kids? Because at the end of the day, they're kids. I know you're gonna be like, oh, Mbappe starting to boom, boom, bro. Your prime of your career is 28, 29. Usually, you don't usually see kids cooking the way Lamine cooking. You don't see that, bro. This stuff is not normal, bro. This is what I'm trying to give you. So I'm not breaking down excuses. I'm really pointing a finger at Ancelotti for, honestly, in my opinion, building a squad that is not built properly, a roster that is not built properly. Yeah, it has superstars all over the place, but you got to remember, even though Valverde and stuff has won Champions Leagues and stuff, are you going to say that he's the same type of veteran that Luka Modric is, or Toni Kroos, or on any of that type of level? You got to remember something, lads. When you look at Barcelona, you see Rafinha, who's, again, a solid age. You see Lamine Yamal, who's a baby. Pedri, who's obviously, you can say he's a baby. These are babies in football terms, right? Gavi. But what do you got? Lewandowski, a veteran, someone that can turn to these kids and be like, that's wrong. That's not right. Do this. Do that. This is how. I've been through this. I've seen this part of the season. I understand this part of the season. This on the field consistently. Luka Modric on the bench at times can't be that voice on the field. You need that manager on the field, and Real Madrid don't have it. Anyways, I go back to the Mbappe missing. When you have Mbappe and Vinicius Jr. on the field at the same time, it is two players that don't like to drop back. So with one of them being suspended, I think you have a better chance against Barcelona, because if you put a player out there that is more likely to help the defense, that is more likely to help defend, now you only have one player that doesn't want to drop back. So you're defending with 9, right? You're defending with the goalie, you're defending with 10. You're defending with 10, and then you're countering and a quick counter with how good these players are. You got to remember, like when it was Benzema, Bale, and Gareth Bale, Ronaldo, Benzema, they would all drop. Ronaldo would kind of stay high. Benzema would come deep because he was a workhorse. You had Bale coming back, and then what do? Like cheetahs. When that ball got stolen, they were gone, all of them, straight line, running as fast as possible, hitting the back of the net on a counter. You're not seeing that at this Real Madrid, because they're dropping, but 2 are staying up. And 2's too much against a team like Real Madrid. 2's too much against a team like Arsenal. 2's too much against most teams in football. You can have 1 up, but you can't have 2 up, because there's gaps. And guess what? Your left back position is not strong enough at Real Madrid to have somebody not drop back. If you had a left back that you are confident in, someone that could defend and attack consistently, one of the best left backs out there, that's different. You don't got that Real Madrid. Left back position, low-key, vulnerable, and nobody's dropping back for it. So, in my opinion, yes, Mbappe's having a stinker. In my opinion, yes, I don't think this Real Madrid's going to win anything. But in my opinion, more fingers need to be pointed at Ancelotti. By the way, Ancelotti, 2 Champions Leagues in 4 years, the work he's done at Real Madrid, outstanding, chef's kisses. All I'm saying is Real Madrid's team right now with these players, I'm going to say this word, get ready for it, is not good enough to not have tactics, to not have control, to not have a structure, to not have a style. Before, Luka Modric, Toni Kroos, a young Vinny, didn't matter because you had other players like Benzema's and stuff around him. We don't need structure. We don't need control because these players are going to figure it out and these players are going to keep it together and they'll make sure this and this. Real Madrid's not in a place where there's anybody keeping it together on the field. There is no structure. There is no tactics. They look like Ancelotti it feels like Madrid for years hasn't put tactics, right? But they had the players to where it didn't need it because their IQ of football was crazy. Now they're in a place, lads, where they need structure. They need something because you watch these games, they're stinkers. There's nothing good about it. Mbappe's almost breaking kids' legs out here or dudes' legs out here. I can't believe he made a tackle like that. But it's all these things, I think, just playing on Mbappe's mental, bro. Having to change positions, having to move here, this, not boom, this, everything always. It's crazy. It's been a whirlwind of a season. If I'm being honest with you, Madrid fans, don't take this the wrong way. The season needs to end. The season needs to end. They need to go back to the drawing board. If it's with Ancelotti, then it's with Ancelotti, but you need a better structure to this, bro. You need someone. If it's not Endrick, then why the hell didn't you get someone like Jose Lu again? If you don't trust Endrick to come into this 9 position and play this position for you when you need goals, because Mbappe's not 100% a 9, you guys know this, why didn't someone go out there and get someone like Jose Lu? Jose Lu was important last year. Everybody saw it. When he came in, they had that, could swing the ball into the box. You could cross the ball consistently, get balls in when you were losing, completely change games. He would head balls down to people for them to score off of it. He would score a goal. I know it was Jose Lu, and no one's like, oh, Jose Lu's great. At the end of the day, Real Madrid needed that off the bench. You're afraid to pull Endrick. You're afraid to put Endrick for like 90. You don't even got a 9 on the bench that you would put in, right? We've seen Vinny miss time. We ain't seeing Mbappe miss time because they don't even got a 9 that they trust to put in, right? This team, in my opinion, was put together wrong. And I still think that if Mbappe lands Madrid, people are in trouble because I'm not saying that for one season. I'm saying that for my alarm's going off. Sorry. I'm saying that for the next couple years. They are in trouble because, again, they're going to build a crazy team around this Mbappe. We all know it. It's going to happen. They're getting Trent. It's going to help them a lot. But at the end of the day, right now for this season, I just don't see a way to fix this. I don't see a way where you fix this because you can see the playing the 9 position is frustrating Mbappe. It's point blank, period. People might say I'm wrong here, but it's the way I see it, bro. I don't know why Mbappe would ever make a tackle like this if he ain't just absolutely frustrated with the way the season's going, with the way him in that position's going. It just looks bad.